Good morning, everyone. This is Manine from Embody Training Academy, and today's topic is the overlay of rubber base application. So I'm going to show you how you apply rubber base. Now, rubber base is a thicker viscosity than a normal gel. It sits in the middle sort of spectrum of viscosity. So it's not a hard gel. It's got a lot of flexibility and it's got a lot of hold. So that's why it's called a rubber base. Rubber bases are wonderful for overlays. You can do rubber bases with a tip overlay as long as the tip is not very, very long. Because if it's very, very long, you would then need to use a hard gel. Okay, so without further ado, I have done this whole hand with the rubber base. However, for this demonstration, I'm going to do one for you. So your prep is exactly the same. So you're going to be pushing back your cuticles. All right, you are going to then remove the shine. So you just want to remove the shine. Make sure the side walls are done. Make sure you have got no shine on the nail. Oops. So I'm just removing all the shine. So now this would also be a good way to see, like, if you've done the rubber base on your client and the client comes in to do a fill, you'd basically do the same. So you'd prep and you'd file the existing product down so that your new application is not going to make it so thick. So you'd buff off all the loose bits around the cuticle area. And just make sure that the nail is lined up and you change the length of the nail. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just dehydrate the nail. Also, an important thing is that you don't need to prime the entire nail, because primer will just make the product harder to soak off. So we're just going to literally prime the free edge of the nail, and you can kind of cap it along the free edge so that you make sure that you don't have any chipping of your color or anything. So I do suggest to use this method for even when you apply color. All right, so now we are going to apply our rubber base. Our rubber base does not require a base gel, okay? However, it is easier if you do just apply a thin coat first and then the builder after that. So here we are applying a thin coat, right? And now I'm going to show you, I'm picking up, let me see if I can show you, a small amount of bead, and we are going to apply it sort of near the cuticle area. I don't know if you can see this. Let's have a look. And you are going to, I'm pushing it up to the cuticle line. However, I'm not flooding the cuticle, okay? What you need to do is you need to just wiggle it like you're working in the air, you're feathering it. And then I'm literally just brushing the excess product down the center of the nail, because you don't want that nail to be too thick, and you just want to make sure that your apex is in place. So we have our apex in place. So now we are going to cure that for 60 seconds. For this video, I'm going to do it for 30 so that you guys can see, but mascara is 60 seconds to cure. So while that's curing, what you could do is you could overlay all your client's nails with a rubber base. If they're very heavy on their nails, then you could still sort of paint another thin coat on top. Don't make it too thick, girls, because otherwise you're just going to give yourself a lot of filing to do down the line. So just make sure that when it comes out, you're going to give it a slight buff. Make sure there's no highs and lows, and then you can apply 2 coats of color, one coat of top coat, and your oil to conclude the service. So this is a rubber base overlay, and very, very economical. Your gel colors stay on the rubber base unbelievably. It is a great way of strengthening the natural nail, almost like a nail guard. So it strengthens the natural nail for your application. So let's have a look at that. So there you go. You can see that application now. I'm literally just going to wipe it over with either your gel remover, and you're going to give it a light buff. Let's see. So you don't want to, you're going to just make sure that there's no highs and lows, and you're going to give that a light buff, and then you are going to apply your top coat. So let's apply our top coat. So I always like to do over the free edge, cap that in, pick that bead up, and literally just one line in the middle, one line on the left side, one line on the right side. And the light can kind of guide you. If you look at the light, you can see how smooth the gel is or isn't. So if you look at the light, you can see, very difficult to see with this light here. Let's just, okay. There we go. So now we're going to cure that as well. And that is complete. That is your overlay, your rubber base application. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.